This past archery season, I was able to test the Huntworth Saskatoon vest, the jacket, the pants are tucked underneath here, and I ran them alongside three other items. I ran them alongside Asio gears, Sherpa line gear, and Sitka's Stratus gear. Now, I probably hunted, I don't know, maybe 15 or so times in this gear, and I hunted in temperatures ranging from 50 degrees down to close to 20 degrees. I really got to test all the features and the things that Huntworth claims that Saskatoon can do. And in this video, I'm going to talk you through all those, the pros and cons, and what I discovered this past season. Hey, I'm Mike, it's the Everyday Bow Hunter, and in this video we're going to talk about the Huntworth Saskatoon line. We'll talk about the jacket I have on, talk about the vest I have here, and we'll talk about the pants as well. I put this alongside the Sitka Stratus line, and I put it against Asio gear's Sherpa line gear. And each one of these pieces has its pros and cons, and for the most part, they're very similar. But the Stratus is kind of in a lower tier towards the earlier mid-season. It's not quite as warm as the Asio gear and the Huntworth. The Huntworth and the Asio gear is kind of a step more towards your latter part of the mid-season where you need more warmth. That Sherpa lining that's in this is a big deal, and that's one of the number one things that Huntworth promotes with this. They promote their heat boost technology with the graphene Sherpa, and they say that this helps amplify the warmth of the jacket, and if it helps you stay more comfortable in the latter part of the season. Now, as far as you can see, yes, all these items 100% windproof. Did an outstanding job through the season, and I was in winds probably up to 30-40 miles an hour a couple times during the season and wore this. Did an outstanding job. I don't think any of the items I tested didn't hold up to the wind exceptionally well. They all did. I wore this stuff down into the 20s, and with additional layers, base layers and stuff on, including wearing the vest underneath this jacket, it did phenomenal. Straight up, the very first thing that I will say about the heat boost technology, and if it works, is 100% yes. So as I wore all this gear, I was talking to my brother, and I said, we were doing a full week-long hunt, morning and evening hunts every day. I did 6 days straight, and I said to him, you know what? I've been kind of leaning on the Huntworth in the mornings when it's really cold. And that's the first thing. When you go on an evening hunt, it's kind of warmer when you first go out and gets colder. But in the morning, you're going out and it's really cold when you first get out in the woods. And you want to be warm. And it tended, I was kind of pushing myself more towards the Huntworth as I went out, because this stuff was just exceptionally warm. Is it low bulk warmth? Is it too bulky? Well, you can see here, I'm wearing a large. This is a large. It's kind of longer on me. I'm only 5'8", so I'm not a tall guy. And I'm 185 pounds on a good day. And you can see the sleeves might be just a hair long for me. As I said, I'm a short guy, so if you wear a large and you're kind of taller, you see how that fits. And it's got length, though. And the length here goes down over your pants to keep that wind from going, up your shirt and or down, down your pants. And it has the ability to cinch down so you can really keep that warmth in. So that's exceptional. The seams are taped. So not only does it have that durable water-resistant protection, which it does, and it does very well in it. It sheds light rain excellently. And I don't know if that's a word, is excellently a word. Anyway, this is a fleece topper here that's meant to keep it quiet, right? Also absorbs a lot of that water. So even if you get really wet on the outside, I had a pretty good rain that I was in this, only really once, one really hard rain, and it never came through on the inside. So I stayed warm with it, even though the outside was really wet. So that's something to consider. Across the board with this, all the seams are taped. You got taped seams on the pockets down here, on the jacket, and I'll get into the pants and the vest as far as individual features here in a second. But the pockets themselves are Sherpa lined for extra warmth. But the one factor when it comes to the warm side of the house with this and the waterproofing, the only seams that are not taped and closed up is on these upper pockets it has. And it has, if you're a saddle hunter like me, and you have that saddle on, or even a safety harness, and if you don't have your jacket out over top of that, getting your hands in your pockets, stay warm, can be tough, especially when you're in the saddle. And having the pockets up here and that Sherpa lining is so nice. This is I think I think every jacket should have this feature because it's really nice. I really like this feature of the jacket. So as far as that, you can see the wear and the fit. I'll spin around here, do a little modeling for you. Right, it's got a little bit of bulk to the outside here, right? It's not a tapered, it's a tapered look. It's a regular fit, right? Whereas like your Sitka Stratus and even your Asio gear have more of a tapered fit on it to keep that bulk more down. It's not down more, right? It's not it's not super thick here. So it's not like you're saying, oh, I'm the marshmallow man here. It's so bulky. It's just that there's room in here and you can actually it's plenty of room for layers. So if you want to layer up in this, there's plenty of room for that. So it's not an issue at all with that. Now, comfortable, definitely in the wear. In the wear thing, I said it's warm, it's comfortable, it's extremely durable. Went through a lot of jaggers and stuff with this, a lot of thick brush. And in fact, with the pants, I never, these pants still look new, and you really don't see any wear on them as far as that's concerned. Now, as far as being quiet, all of them have this fleece topper, and it's probably similar to that. Go slow. It's probably similar to the Stratus, maybe a little noisier than the Stratus. Asio gears, like I said, a little bit more quiet than all of them. But I mean, without doing a actual sound test, it's hard to tell. Anytime you have a wind membrane inside of something, right, it's going to be a little noisy. Now, I think Asio's done a heck of a job on theirs for minimizing that, but that's a different review. Overall, it is extremely quiet, considering that it has that wind stopper and the water resistance, and it has that that Sherpa lining and stuff. There's a lot going on in these jackets and these clothes, so that's all something to think about. All right, now the jacket does have the safety harness port in the back, so that's a nice feature as well. But other than that, that's really all the features of the jacket. The pants, on the other hand, have something unique to them that's kind of different from some other items that you might talk about, and that's they have this waterproof and abrasion resistant coating on the knees, right? And it's on the entire backside of the pants. So this might be a deal breaker for some people, because they're thinking that can make some noise as you go through brush and stuff. Now in the stand, I never had an issue with noise with this. I never had an issue. The only place that I really had any kind of noise issue outside of what I talked about previously is the zippers on this. The zippers aren't terrible, but they're definitely not great. So as far as the zippers being quiet, the zippers are great tape seams, great water resistant protection. Of course, the regular pockets in the pants here are just that. They're just regular pockets. In the back here, you had two open pockets as well. And the cargo pockets in here that I was just demonstrating are decent size, not super huge, but you can see I put my hand down here. I can't put my full hand in there, so it's not super deep, but they're decent. So that's kind of your deal with the pants. And they do have boot zippers on here on the pants that kind of stretch out and allow you to put these on over your boots and stuff, and take your boots off. So the pants, really comfortable, but the thing it's missing on the pants is hip zips. So I like to have zip vents on the side of the pants, especially with these cold weather pants like this, this heavier mid-season pant, because you will really work up a sweat in these. So you're going to have to go slow to keep from sweating up in these, because they are extremely warm. So A+ for on the pants. As far as noise and stuff, as far as the abrasion resistance, yes, definitely, abrasion resistant does its job, but it also can be kind of noisy. The last thing, and actually my favorite piece of gear is the vest, is because I like having the ability, and once again, you have the safety harness port in the back, but the vest is just the same as the jacket with the graphene Sherpa lining, the heat boost technology. Now the thing about the vest is the vest kind of fits better, I think, than the jacket, as far as having a more tapered fit to it. So it's very nice in that regard. When you just have on like the Shelton hoodie or the Grayling hoodie, which has the Sherpa lining as well, then you have your arms free and you're not making any noise, and you have that windproof protection here. So as far as those days when you're kind of in that 50-degree weather, 40-degree weather where it's a little cool, but you don't really want to wear a heavy jacket, then this is the way to go. And I've never been a vest guy before, but through all the testing I've done from the Asio gear and the Stratus gear and stuff, I've really kind of shifted my way into really liking vests. And I think of all the pieces that this vest is one of the better ones that you can wear through a good part of the season. Anyway, comfortable, durable, fairly quiet, and the last thing is the camouflage. This is the disruption camouflage that they have, and they also have this in what's called a tarning camouflage, which is slightly darker. I found that this camouflage here is extremely optimized towards deer vision. In fact, I think that if Sitka's Optifade Subalpine and Sitka's Elevated 2 Camo had a baby, it would be this. I actually have a picture of all three stacked together, and you can see. And as far as in the fall, the leaves are turning, and you've got a lot of those different colors and browns and stuff. This blends in extremely well with that environment. It does extremely well with that. So deer vision optimized with that micro and macro dispersion that I like to talk about when it comes to camo. So across the board, the Huntworth stuff, as far as value, the last thing we talk about is value. And the value of these it can't be understated, because you can get the jacket and the pants together for less than what you're going to pay for a Sitka Stratus jacket by itself. So that's a huge thing. And then Huntworth runs 20 and 30% off sales all the time, I think. So take all those things into consideration, and there you got it. You have the Huntworth Saskatoon line of gear, the pants, jacket, and vest, and that's it, guys. So I highly recommend this stuff if you're on a budget, especially. They are great items. My brother actually, after trying this stuff on and watching me wear it through the season, he actually bought the jacket and the pants, and I'm going to give him the Elkins vest that I have too. So he loves the gear, and I think that you will too. So if you have any comments or questions, please put them below. Hit that like button, and most of all, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.